Welcome to another episode of Creepy Stories. Today's episode is entitled The Gurgling. I live in a small apartment by myself on the 5th floor. One night, a while back, I heard strange noises coming from down the hall. They weren't shouts, and they weren't banging noises, and they weren't people fucking. They were weird. They sounded like gargling. Loud. Gargling. Normally, I don't give a damn about what goes on in the other rooms around me. My stance changes when whatever is going on pisses me off. These gargling noises were doing just that. So I left my apartment and headed towards the door at the end of the hallway, which seemed to be the source of the sound. I banged on the door and shouted at whoever happened to be in there to shut the hell up. I stayed in front of the door for a little while to see if the noises would stop. They didn't. I banged again and shouted again. I heard a door open behind me, but I didn't turn around. I knew it was some other stupid tenant who's pissed at me for shouting. Well, I was pissed at the gargling noises. I kept banging and banging on the door. I had given up shouting because if I hadn't, I would be hoarse for a week. 10 minutes at least after I left my room, the noises were still coming from the room. By now, a few other doors had been opened. I could feel the people around me. I don't know if they wanted the noises to stop as well or if they just wanted the noises I was making to stop. Nothing was working. My hand was starting to get numb. I rested for a minute to let my hand get some blood flow. During that time, someone behind me started talking. "Sir," the person said. I wasn't paying attention to the voice, so I don't know if it was a man or a woman. I don't care what you think," I shouted at the person. The commenter sent me over the edge. I stepped back a bit, nerved myself, and kicked the door as hard as I could. The door burst open, and I walked in. There was nothing. It was a bare room, completely devoid of furniture. Curtains, pictures, everything. I ran all over the apartment, looking in all the rooms for something, anything, that could be causing the gurgling noises. All the rooms were the same, with nothing at all inside. I checked the sinks in the bathroom and kitchen, figuring some water problem had to be making the noises. But I found nothing. Both sinks ran fine, and the noises didn't seem to be getting louder around the sink either. And the noises didn't seem to be louder around either sink. In fact, the noises weren't any louder anywhere in the apartment. The noises were the same volume all over the apartment. I ran out of the room, planning to get to the elevator and check the apartments above and below the one I had just checked, figuring something could be in the ceiling or floor. I was stopped by the owner of the building as I ran out of the apartment. 2 guys grabbed a hold of me and held me, keeping me from moving. "What's going on?" "Name removed," the owner asked, a very worried look on his face. I explained the noises to him, as well as how the entire apartment was empty. The owner shook his head and turned around. I asked him what was wrong. One of the people who had gathered in the hallway while I was beating against the door said, "What noises are you talking about?" "There are no noises." My mother and father came to get me a couple of hours later. I was tied to a chair when they came. The other tenants had tied me up so I wouldn't hurt myself anymore trying to find the noises. It turned out that my hand was badly broken from banging against the door so much. I apparently hadn't registered the pain. I got started on electroshock again shortly afterwards. It seemed to be working. I didn't think of the noises for the longest time. Recently, however, I am hearing them again. I know that they aren't real. I remember the incident at the apartment, which I have just told you. And I remember a similar incident, which had occurred years before that one. My brain is simply wired wrong. There are no noises. I can't get them out of my head, though. They are driving me mad. I have to figure out where they're coming from. I have to stop them. The goddamn things are driving me nuts. In a few months, I plan on making a countdown of the creepy videos in each category. In order to do so, I need your help. If you like any of the stories, hit the like button to let me know. It will help me when I need to collect the data. If you like the videos and want to know when more are coming, simply subscribe to the channel. I post new videos every day. I know you can pick any YouTuber to watch, so I just want to thank you for picking one of my videos. Hope it didn't scare you to death.